mothers and fathers in the villages using Bible verses and how they were going to even remember what I'm saying. But the orality training that we did really helped me, that I was able to share the gospel through Bible stories, and the mothers and fathers, they understood very well what I was saying, and then they responded to the gospel.
Is that the music? Alright, before we left for the trip, we had a lot of fears, there were a lot of worries how the journey would look like, but we just prayed and trusted God. He took us to our destination. Our stay there, with all the fears we had, God just walked through. The weather was favorable. We accompanied and saw God walking in the community, and the people were so amazed, were surprised and very happy at what God did in the community.
So many things happened that could really discourage people, but I could really see how God was building faith and courage in our hearts. We went to some places and we were being shocked. I mean, they shouted at us to stop talking and things like that. We seek to meet some leaders of the villages and they were not available. I mean, there were even times when our transportation was not sure to come. The roads were bad. Rain fell and the roads were bad. The car almost had accident and everything happened. But you see how God was just building faith. Nobody gave up. And the team spirit among us was really a strength. Everybody was willing to work. People came out in the rain to push the car. People were running around washing dishes, cooking. Everybody was willing to work.
At the projection ground, when we told people the venue, many people refused to come because it was a beer parlor. But God being in charge, He brought in just the right people. When some people came, we saw them dropping their beers, offering their cigarettes, and listening in keenness. And later on, they even asked inquisitive questions. And many people responded to the gospel. One of our activities in the community during the trip was a clean-up exercise that we carried out in some public places. And God used this activity to open people to the gospel. The day after this exercise, when we went out, we could experience that the quarter head shut up his shop to stay at home just to receive us and listen to the gospel. And when we visited some other homes, we saw their attitude towards us was because they got echoes of what we were doing in the quarters before that day, and it really opened them up to what we brought, and they received the gospel happily.
By the grace of God, I was opportune to attend the mission trip of last year, and this year I equally attended. And one exciting thing was how I got the clarity on how to connect the Bible stories to the gospel. And the length of time we equally spent being in the community, sharing with the people, was so encouraging.
Another activity that produced an amazing response from the community was the distribution of gifts, dresses and shoes to the villagers. And we had an interesting response from one home where they were so excited and happy and appreciated what we brought. And they were even opting to make their home available to accommodate us when we next visit that village for our mission trip.
Yeah, actually, I'm really impressed. I'm really happy working with the navigators. Yeah, this is my first time of going out with them. And like normally in my life, I find it difficult to walk along with people I've never been with them. But I was really challenged, like, how am I going to go out with these people? I've never seen them. I don't know them. And in fact, I was really broken. But then it was really, really amazing at the end. I really loved it. And in fact, I just want to continue working with them all along because it's really, in fact, they are nice people.
You are here, moving in the midst. I worship you, I worship you. You are here.